What's good, Josh Jamal? So look, as you can see behind me, this week's college football playoff rankings have been released, and let me jump right into it to discuss what I think is going to happen or what's going to go on. So look, number one, Georgia, they're good. I like to say this week's theme is winning your end. Georgia doesn't include them because they're just so good. They're going to do whatever it is they got to do, and regardless as to what happens on Saturday, they're a lock, right? So I don't see them dropping past the third seed. If they do lose, it's a big if though, right? Michigan looked great last weekend. You know, they up 3 spots from being number 5 the previous week. Finally got Ohio State out the way, 42-27. Got to just complete business against Iowa this weekend. They played in the Big Ten Championship. I can see Iowa trying to go in there and ruining their day, raining in their parade to kind of throw everything out the window for them. But if I know Jim Harbaugh, he's going to have his guys ready. They're going to be ready to get it on so they can complete this, get into that playoff, and try to compete for a national championship. Alabama stayed put at number 3 this week, 24-22, 4 overtimes against Auburn. As I said to you before, Iron Bowls are always tough. Iron Bowls are always going to go at it, no matter what the records are. Alabama was 10-1, Auburn was 6-5. You'd have thought they were both 10-1. So it was a competitive game. Alabama struggled most of the game until they finally were able to score at the end of, towards the end of regulation. They got a tough task this week against Georgia. I can't really call it. I don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, I've seen Nick Saban teams be huge underdogs before, and they come out and they just kind of surprise everybody. So I don't know if that's going to be the case this weekend, but we'll have to sit back and see, right? Because a lot of things are on the line. So if they win, they're in, and they can clinch their spot and try to play for another national championship. Cincinnati was idle last week, and they played Houston this weekend for the AAC championship. But again, Houston's another team that can come in and rain in their parade. Cincinnati, they got one job to do: get in, and you win and you're in. So don't want to hear anything from that fan base complaining. The Bearcats can win, they're in. So they got a job to do. They better go ahead and do it. So we can sit there, we can talk about a bunch of different scenarios amongst the top 4. We also have the top, the outsiders, the 5th and the 6th team, which Oklahoma State and Notre Dame kind of lurking. Oklahoma State, they got to win a Big 12 championship to be considered to move up, because I got a feeling somebody's going to lose. I don't know if it's Michigan, Bama, or Cincinnati. Somebody's going to lose. So I got a good feeling Oklahoma State's going to slide up into one of those top 4 spots. And, it's another scenario where the 2, 3, and the 4 seed can lose, right? So we don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, weirder things have happened. It's the beauty of college football. You just never really know, right? But I think we're going to be seeing Oklahoma State in that top 4 next weekend, because I don't think 2, 3, and 4, I don't think everybody's going to win. I can say Michigan's probably a lock to do it. But between Alabama and Cincinnati, somebody's going to lose. I'm not, I just got a weird feeling, right? Notre Dame's on the outskirts. I don't know. If it's a 2, 3, 4, a bunch of people lose up there in the top 4, then we're going to be sitting there talking about, we're singing a different tune. So sit back, relax. It's going to be a great college football weekend. Championship Saturday, a lot of championships on the line, a lot of things on the line this weekend. So sit back, relax, enjoy. We'll be back here next week. Well, I'll be back here next week to talk to you about what the final rankings are. I'm Jamon.